Hi everybody, welcome again to another video, a little bit of Wingman wisdom. I'm going to share a story here and my opinion on it in just a couple of minutes. And hopefully you'll be able to glean something from this. If not, you can share it with somebody that may need to hear this message. So I'm going to start out though by talking about baby formula. Yeah, the baby formula shortage. If you've watched any of the news over the last couple of weeks, you know what a problem we have in this country getting baby formula. Can you just imagine? Imagine having a child, an infant, that you had to have baby formula for it. You can't find it. What kind of pressure, what kind of emotional strain does that put people under? You may say, well, I don't know, baby, doesn't matter to me. Well, I have a question for you. You think baby formula is the only thing that's going to come out of left field and surprise us? I don't. A year and a half ago, 18 months ago, if someone would have said, in 18 months, fuel prices are going to be doubled. Food prices, it's not 7.9, 8.2%, whatever. Food prices are through the roof. If you've shopped at all, you know that. But 18 months ago, if somebody told you that's what's going to happen, you said, you're crazy. 2.5 years ago, if somebody would have said this thing called COVID, this pandemic thing, is going to change the world. What? I'm telling you, we live in crazy times. There's never been a more important time for us to be responsible, at least in my opinion, to get our affairs in order, to be responsible for our own decisions, even if they're bad decisions. Don't blame them on somebody else. Before I tell the story about this RVer, I want to just say thank you to each and every person who is commenting and sending me emails and phone calls. I can't tell you what it means to me. And sadly, this is the truth, I cannot respond to everybody. I can't do it. I cannot possibly do it. It's not like I get millions of them, but I get a lot. And I can't respond to everybody. So if I don't get back with you, please forgive me. I'm an old man who's trying to be semi-retired. My wife wants me to go and play, but I love doing these videos. So please keep watching. Please keep commenting. I listen to every voicemail. I read every email, read every comment, so I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so here's the story. I got an email, and I normally print these things out. I must have deleted it. But it was a guy, essentially the story was this. This guy ordered about $150,000 Class B van. You know, it's the Class B. It's beautiful. They're awesome. 150 grand. They are not cheap. He put $5,000 down as his deposit. He told me he's going to put about another $25,000 down when the thing comes in, and he needs to get financing. He was asking me about what I thought his best financing options were. Well, you know, I'm not a banker. I don't know. But then he said the one thing that I went, are you kidding me? He said, oh, by the way, I did file bankruptcy 3 years ago. Okay. He's got $5,000 into a deposit into an RV that's going to show up soon. He doesn't even have his financing. What do you think the chances of him finding a lender in today's tumultuous financial market that's going to give him any kind of a decent deal, if they'll give him a deal? Will he find financing in today's market? I mean, he might. And if I'm talking specifically to you, I do apologize. I'm not trying to get on you. I'm just trying to suggest that, you know, that's like going to, hey, I bought a horse for $100. Wow, I'm picking it up now. Where are you going to take it? I don't know. I mean, you got to think the whole thing through. Financing is a really big deal. When you spend $150,000 on an RV, or $50,000 or $30,000, financing is really, really important. Especially if you have a bad credit or you have a bankruptcy in your history. How in the world do you think, are you going to wait till the last minute? I mean, when is the RV going to show up? What I'm wondering, how can I possibly help somebody that has already made this catastrophic mistake? The takeaway here is, and it's spoken from an old man, me, but I believe don't go pull the trigger on something until you have your financing pre-arranged. Go find out what your credit score is. Go to the credit union. Go to your local bank. If you can't get financing there may be a reason for that. They will give you, typically, your local bank, your credit union will give you a better rate than you'll get at an RV dealer. They do RV loans, but they're generally a little higher in interest. The loans are not quite as good as you can get if you get them on your own. So before you even go shopping, you need to go find out, what can you afford? What can you honestly afford? I've said it many times that 60% of the people in this country don't have $1,000 in the bank that they can get to in the event of an emergency. 60%. We hear about shootings and robberies and looting and this mayhem that going on in the United States of America like never before. You think it's going to get better? I want it to get better. But if people lose their jobs, if this is what happens before that we go in the toilet completely, if this is the kind of mayhem we get, what's going to happen instead of a baby formula shortage? What's going to happen when we have other shortages? You know, people can be kind and loving and forgiving and accepting, and most of us are when times are good. Put us under stress. Put us under financial stress, even if we caused it ourselves. Put us under that kind of pressure. What are we going to do? There has never been a more important time, I believe, to get your you-know-what together, to be honest. He's just an old guy. I'm an old guy, and I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I love to be wrong about these kinds of things. But I don't think that it was a smart idea for this guy to go and order a $150,000 van based upon, I'll get financing when it shows up. Oh, by the way, I've been bankrupt 3 years ago. Is that ugly? What do you think? Do you think that I'm being too direct, or do you think that this is a good message to give? Because the truth is, I get comments all the time. Oh, I wish I would have found your channel before now. I made a mistake and blah, blah, blah. Well, the channel was here. I was doing these videos. A lot of people are doing videos like this. Act responsibly. Own your own mistakes. It doesn't feel very good. But I promise, if you own your mistakes, at least it's my experience, you won't do them again. Hopefully. Because you know how badly it feels. I think if that man loses his $5,000 deposit, human nature is to blame somebody else. To blame the dealer. The dealer wouldn't give me my $5,000 back. Should they? I don't know. I don't know what's on the contract. But to not arrange for financing on a $150,000 vehicle before you sign and order it is not smart. What do you think? You think it was a smart idea? He'll figure it out when he gets along. He will. And most of the time, it's not going to be what he's hoping for. Thank you so much for watching this channel. As I said earlier, the comments are overwhelmingly motivating to me. They make me want to do more of these videos. I look at things going on in the news, and it saddens me. I see the media is playing us just just for fools at every opportunity. They're pitting black against white and men against women. And what is a man anyway? And what's a woman? And let's fight about. And it's tearing us apart. And we all want somebody else to come in and fix it, right? That's not going to happen. Don't count on it. What's going to be the next baby formula disaster? What is it? I don't know. It's going to be something. Let me know what you think. Do you think that the baby formula thing is the last? We're smooth sailing from here on out? Or you think we've got some pretty big challenges in front of us? So what does this have to do with RVing? Has to do with RVing, has to do with life. It's about taking responsibility for our actions, for our decisions, even our bad ones. Like our friend who is buying the $150,000 van. I hope it works out for him. I swear I do. But I see too many people that just seem oblivious. Well, we'll figure it out later. And guess what? They will. Even if you're prepared. I think that I'm prepared. At least I'm more prepared than I was a year ago. Much more. I don't think I'm nearly as prepared as I need to be for what might come my way. But like they say, I'd rather, have a parachute and not need it than need one and not have it. I think we all need to be more responsible. We need to look ahead. We need to be cautious, not paranoid. Just be cautious. Thank you again for being a part of my Wingman Wisdom YouTube channel. I do appreciate it. Again, I do read every comment, listen to every voicemail, read every email, and they mean so much to me. I just can't get back to everybody, and I wish that I could. But I'm grateful to each and every one of you. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel, or if you know somebody that might enjoy these messages, maybe share it on social media. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you soon.